There you are, eavesdropper.
Dodge this!
Let me amuse myself a little. The more, the merrier. Look at me. Just once.
A reward on the road. Windblade!
Try not to enjoy this.
Hip. Hip. I'll keep this close. Is this an answer from this world?
Oh, if it isn't the Traveler and Paimon. I knew you guys would come.
Paimon? What a fascinating being. You two give off not only the essence of wind and earth, but also of... yes, the stars.
Huh? The fragrance of what now? That's the weirdest compliment Paimon's ever heard.
Pay it no heed. I mean only to say I am certain that it is by fate, not chance alone, that we should meet. And that gives our encounter meaning.
You're not far off, but they go by a different name in Inazuma. I prefer other means of entertainment. This young man is Kaidahara Kazuha, a temporary addition to my crew for reasons I won't bore you with. Occasionally, he opens his mouth and flowers come out instead of words.
With this fine ship and the soft sea breeze, would it not be romantically irresponsible of me not to acknowledge it with a line or two of poetry?
No, I can't argue with that. Okay, then. Once the clash is underway, I'll give you a chance to perform.
Only if the mood takes me, of course. Poetry for poetry's sake tends to lack meaning.
Hey, you don't want to pass this opportunity up too easily, especially seeing as our great hero here might be in attendance.
Oh, wait a minute. What's the clash? Also, just to clarify, by great hero, do you mean...
Huh? I thought you might be here to sign up. You're telling me you've never... The Crux Clash is a martial arts tournament that I hold. There'll be a whole bunch of folks taking part to showcase their talents. There are two important rules. 1, competitors must be renowned fighters. We want those with real martial arts ability, not just people taking part for the fun of it. So, you've got nothing to worry about there. I don't think there's anyone out there who hasn't heard of you. 2, you can't take part if you've got a vision. You must be feeling confident, but you might want to watch out. And with Liu as savior taking part in the tournament, now that...
But we didn't come here to take part in a martial art...
Well, before you dismiss the idea completely, you might be interested to hear that... Get this. It's a masterless vision.
Supplied by myself, as a matter of fact. If the tournament champion can reawaken that vision, it belongs...
Is there really such thing as a masterless vision?
When a vision bearer dies, the light in their vision will fade away. But the shell that housed that light remains. As for whether this shell has any practical application, well, this remains...
Yep. And the way I see it, a vision is a badge of recognition from the gods. So if anyone's able to rekindle it, it's gotta be an individual of exceptional strength and talent. Organizing the clash is my way of uncovering hidden talents. And hopefully this time, getting a vision to glow again. So if you don't have a vision, this is the perfect opportunity to get your hands on one of your very own.
Yeah, we're interested in getting to Inazuma.
Inazuma? You...
Well, why didn't you say so? Inazuma? No sweat. In that case, if you win the tournament, I'll give you a choice.
You just want her to take part.
What's wrong with that? The more talent we have, the better the tournament will be. I couldn't let a competitor like you fall through the net.
What are we gonna do? Looks like we pretty much have to do the...
Great. Then let's get you signed up. Head...
It seems like it will only be a matter of time before...
Are you here to play with me?
Windblade!
Let me amuse myself a little. blown away! Over here! Look at me. Just...
Is this an answer from this world?
Before we sign up, let's see who the other competitors are. Beto said that they had to be renowned Hello? Are you here to compete in the Crux Clash?
You bet I am. Have you put your names down yet? Well, I'd have a look at the entrance criteria. The Clash is a comprehensive test of fighting ability. Anyone who turns up for nobody wants to see that, right?
Yeah, we heard of...
Me? Only a former runner-up and...
Uh-huh.
What? You... Not to mention, I've helped the Millilith. They tried to sneak past me under the cover. I planted a left hook on the skinnier one's face. I stood my ground, of course. A roundhouse kick sent the blade hurt. I told you. Unarmed, outnumbered 2-to-1, but I'm not saying I came out completely unscathed, of course. But the fact remains that...
Uh-huh. But for us, even... Alright.
I'll see you in the arena. But I don't plan on losing to a pair of children anytime soon.
Hey, youngster. Are you here for the Crux Clash too? If so, seems I found...
So you're also here
You better believe it. I wouldn't be here if I... For me, obtaining a vision is the final and... No. It's not about what I want to do. This is about who I want to be. I am looking to become a perfect person. I know how that sounds, but let me explain. I've passed every exam I've ever taken, enjoyed numerous successful... In most people's eyes, I am already the very... a vision.
You have so much self-confidence.
That's not important. I have a contact in the Crux fleet who was happy to vouch for me. I've also brought along a bit of an entourage. Of course, I also put in a few good days' practice. I seem to have gained another fan. Now then, if you don't mind, I need to finish my pre-competition routine. It's not too long now before you'll get to see me in action.
Are you here for the Crux class?
That's right. Nothing beats real-life comp, but this tournament is more than just
Exactly. With a vision, we'd...
This master of yours must...
famous. He's the founder of the Ling Shan clan. You probably wouldn't have heard of it. It was founded quite recently. He's got to be a grand master or something. He's created Met to the Ling Shan clan. He teaches...
Force dispersal.
It's a type of breathing exercise where you... For example, our master can...
One time, he sent a challenger flying in...
It sure is, but it's extreme.
We're clearly not that naturally gifted.
There's a tuition thing?
Of course. This is a grand master we're talking about.
But here we are. Recently, though, we heard that a vision bearer joined...
So, if we can get our hands on a vision too...
Well, we have to try something new.
Exactly. It can't hurt to try. And if it turns... Folks will come from far and wide. Heck, we could even become the dominant martial arts clan in all of Liyue.
See you in the...
So, to recap, we're up against an inflated ego, some gullible guys paying way too much for their kung fu classes, and another guy who's just... really average.
Chink's a village arm wrestling champion, huh? All right, your son. Next, please. What's your name? Wait, aren't you? Did I hear that?
Is it really them?
Huh? Aren't they a vision bearer, though?
I have to ask. It's really her!
The one that spoke with Lady Kuching at the right of...
I trust you are aware that, only the... Really? But from what I've heard...
Yep, she still doesn't have a...
my apologies. I didn't mean to be... it's just a formality for you, of course. So far, I've got... defeated the ancient god Osail, so that's one.
Yeah! Also, don't forget to mention...
Whoa...
Might as well declare her the champion already.
I wonder if it's too late to...
Okay, that's plenty. Right, your registration is complete. Now, a great hero such as yourself can surely only be here for one...
Oh, we're not here for that.
There's another prize, too?
Beto must have upped the stakes this time to...
But why would anyone want to go
I see. So, I take it you discussed your... Well, nobody expected you to... Anyway, the qualifying rounds are about to be...
Hey, so... Paimon's thinking even though you don't have a vision, so Paimon thinks you probably shouldn't use your elemental abilities during the tournament. You know, just to avoid any misunderstanding. In any case, looking at the competition, it's... Alright, it's showtime!
You seem like you're raring to go. Are you ready to compete? Good. Then please follow me into the arena.
Our next competitor is seen by many.
You? You're the hero they're talking about? How am I supposed to win now?
What a strange guy. Why was he so confident to begin with? Well, now that we've won, let's go and see Beto. She'll probably have something to say to us. Come on, let's go sign up.
I knew I wouldn't regret introducing you as the favorite. So, what do you think, Kazuha? She totally dominated that guy.
Impressive. But I also observed our favorite exercise some restraint, as if to protect the opponent from serious harm.
Well, I fought my fair share of battles, both big and small. And I say, after the show she put on just now, she's more than convinced me of her ability. So come on. We all know you've got a wide vocabulary in there.
All right. Let me think. You fought well.
All right then. I was thinking your inner poet might want to join in the fun, but I guess I shouldn't put you on the spotlight. You know, a lot of competitors came to me saying how surprised they were that Liua's hero was entering the tournament. And since you signed up, we've had many others do the same, with more than a few top-tier fighters among them. I'm sure lots of them are here to find out how they Well, since everyone's... For one thing, we don't want you wasting all your energy in the early rounds fighting people who are well below your level. Not to mention, so, I'm putting you straight through to the semifinals.
Huh? But we only just started the qualifiers.
This is how Captain Beto works. You won't persuade her otherwise. Besides, at your level, you would have made it to the
To be fair, Paimon was thinking that too.
All right, I'm gonna watch some more of the tournament. If there's any potential contenders for you out there. We're finally here, folks. The real show is about to begin.
The captain seems to have high hopes for this tournament. I have not seen her so excited in quite some time. Your opponent has fought many rounds to get to the semifinals. This makes him a seasoned warrior. You may well be stronger than him, but this should not give you cause to lower your guard. Very well. Show me that you are ready to push through the storm that lies ahead.
All right, that's enough chit-chat for now. The audience is waiting. Go find the crew member that signed you up. She'll take you into the arena.
Your opponent in the semifinals is new to the Crux Clash, but I do not doubt your abilities, but I would suggest...
Relax. My girl's at the
Okay.
At last, the moment we've all been waiting for. The semifinals have begun. Who's it gonna be this time? The hero or the dark horse?
I don't care about the prize. You're a strong opponent. That's what I'm here for. Pretty good. I'm sweating all over. Congratulations. I was beaten by the best. I need to train harder.
Right. For a moment there, Paimon, if you had a vision, you'd definitely be one.
I wanted a vision once, when I was a kid, but mine never came. I lost interest eventually. I fought and won against vision.
Huh? You mean you didn't sign up to try?
No, I didn't. I only wanted to pit. Only in defeat can you understand your weaknesses, and
Wow! Now that's true strength.
if you have the chance in the future, please.
By the way,
Whether they'll be as tough as me, I don't know. So don't get.
there he goes. Maybe we should ask around, see what we can find out about our opponent in the final round. Paimon thinks we might need to up our game a little.
Ah, it's you! I myself was eliminated in the.
Maybe next time, huh?
Why, yes. He's the same one who defeated me. I faltered for but a brief moment. Given my stature, I have no fear of squaring off with Fit. Still, I'm sure he'll be no.
He tried to use force dispersal to deflect a punch, but his opponent was pretty freaked out by it. Why don't you dodge, they ask. Don't even get me started. I don't dare tell my master about this. Sorry, I shouldn't be complaining in front of you like.
Oh, alright then.
Thanks, I'll do my best.
We still haven't got any useful information yet. Maybe we can go tell.
You gave an outstanding. I could sense that you're not familiar with bouts of, but you were quick to adapt and managed to claim victory over your. In fact, I discerned this.
He's right. But I guess not using your elemental powers must be quite new for you, huh?
We wanted to ask about who our opponent will be in the final.
Not exactly. Contenders that As for the guy you'll be facing, his skill What's the matter? Worried that you've bitten off more than you can chew this time?
If that is the case, then I have a proposal. I haven't properly introduced myself yet.
Yeah, we could tell that from your
It is true that I am versed both in I do not mean to flaunt my martial prowess, but I myself have witnessed. Given your talents, a few hints from me will be all that's.
Hang on. Don't you think you're bending the rules?
Gathering intelligence is an essential part of any duel. Besides, our favorite here has fought many battles on their.
You betcha! Wait a second. We never told you.
Does one not leave a trail? However, there is only so much that can be discerned from these traces. Come with me. Some. Now that we're alone, let me cut. You are skilled in manipulating the elements. And not just a single element, but multiple.
Paimon knew that you were hinting at something from the moment we met.
That's right. If the other contenders were to catch wind of your element, if I'm not mistaken, you share these considerations. When I talk about that which I see or hear in you, this is, since a young age, I have been attuned to the tidings of nature. It is things of this nature that I also hear from.
As crazy as all that sounds,
my humble abilities are negligible compared to yours. To think a human could wield the elements without a vision. And not to mention your incredibly complex.
Hey, stop evaluating us based on our
Could you perchance enlighten me as to how you managed to obtain your combined. Extraordinary. So then, might I be so bold as to inquire how exactly it is that you learned to channel
It's nothing really. It's been a long journey, and many things have happened. Honestly, even Paimon doesn't understand how it all works.
Perhaps such unfathomable things are the essence. However, I still wish to have the honor of seeing how you wield the elements. Of course, I too shall share with you all that I. Now then.
frostbite.
Dodge this! Freeze!
No escape!
Your skills in battle are truly beyond Your opponent is skilled at controlling his breathing and maintaining balance. He relies entirely on the element of surprise to defeat. In other words, as long as you remain mindful of his ability to detect weak points, then his attacks. Please, save your thanks. If anything, I should be thanking you. The world is a truly mysterious place.
You seem kind of obsessed with vision.
I desire to know what meaning vision and what influences the gods' decision to grant humans. My apologies for allowing me the honor of witnessing your mystical ways. So that's what you're curious about? As you well know, a vision hunt decree is currently underway in Inazuma. Visions are a gift bestowed by the divine. People that have accepted this gift are now having their visions confiscated inexplicably, sometimes in circumstances that leave their original recipients dead. In the outset, supposing each of the 7 archons had their criteria for granting visions to living beings, then does the current Electro-Archon now doubt these criteria? Not to mention, with no new Electro-visions having been granted for such a long time, it would seem that we can infer something of the Raiden.
She sounds less like an Archon.
As far as I know, she is an Archon that pursues eternity. She will relentlessly carry out her will with no Liyue's contracts are meant to benefit all who reside within Liyue. But what does Inazuma's pursuit of eternity bring to its people? It goes without saying that the people locked within Inazuma do not fare well these days.
Sounds a lot like something the god you encountered in the beginning.
Oh? Have you encountered the Electro-Archon before? With time, we will change. But the Shogun will remain the same. If you wish to find her, she will forever be there. There will come a day when I too shall wish to understand the answers to— the time for your match is approaching.
Oh, right! We got so distracted.
If you have no other matters to attend to, then we can return together. Very well. Let's go.
Why isn't he here yet? Never mind. We can start by making your entrance first. Everyone, listen up! We've reached the climax of the Crux Clash! We've seen many exciting battles today, and now, at long last, the 2 finalists have emerged. Now, I'd like to introduce our first combatant. Though few have seen her, her reputation knows no bounds. She strikes fear into the heart of Osile, and the mere mention of her name causes even Fatui Harbingers to turn pale in the face. Introducing Liyue's traveling hero!
Wow!
I've been waiting for this moment!
I'm sure everyone witnessed her thrilling match in the semifinals. But today's final round will surely take things up a notch. As for our other combatant, come on, what could be taking him so long? Apologies, everyone just sit tight. We've got no other choice. If he doesn't show—
Wait a moment. Captain Beidou, perhaps we should check on the prize. Traveler, come with us.
Let me see. It's gone all right. The vision is missing.
Huh? Did somebody steal it?
We don't know when it was taken. I never thought that's—
No need to worry. Even the craftiest sleight of hand— The vision was the prize that I had offered, and it was my—
Well, if you insist. I'll stay here and try to offer some explanation to all the
If you would, please come with me.
But we're on an island.
Come with me. I can—
wind current.
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
A wind current?
The winds have come at an opportune moment. Let's seize this chance. Ride the winds upward. From there, we can continue our search for clues.
By the way, what made you suddenly think of checking the prize in the first place?
I heard it the moment it was stolen.
Well, then why didn't you stop him?
You'll see shortly.
Where's your luck? Cool it! This moment will be frozen in time. Can't run from death. Quite the find.
The winds are guiding us forward. The culprit is on the opposite shore now.
You can hear that too? What does it sound like?
Hubris. This way. Follow me. There may be an ambush waiting for us up ahead, but I trust that you are well prepared for such a scenario.
Hoarders, they're here! Get them!
Treasure hoarders, just as I expected. In which case, please stand back.
Be gone!
You caught up with me? How is that possible? I had even prepared a boat to ensure a quick getaway, and still you caught up to—
No boat could ever match the speed of the wind.
The wind? What are you talking about? Drat! If I only had a vision. Or if I could activate—
This has nothing to do with visions. Additionally, your chosen escape route was flawed for— In other words, you failed.
You—
But most disappointing of all is it appears that the vision doesn't respond to human—
Fine! Fine! I've had my eyes on this vision for quite some time now. I decided to register after hearing that this fighting
Aha! So you were supposed to—
I'd intended to win the contest through skill alone. After watching the semifinals, I knew that I didn't— Since there was no use in trying to face you in the match, I decided— I was convinced I prepared thoroughly for my escape, but after all I went through to get it, I think not. I know an empty threat— Fine.
You know, according to the laws of the sea—
Huh? You're not—
Not to mention that the item you stole was a prize. You didn't show up for the final match, and you damaged the It seems that it would be only fair to brand the word—
Whoa, whoa! We don't need to go that—
I never would have guessed you could. If this is where talking gets me, then forget it!
Yeah.
Surrender and I'll be gentle.
Yeah. I'll have my revenge eventually.
No! No! Do what you want!
He has persevered. Put down the vision and leave. I've changed.
Huh?
What's wrong? Are you? It's up to you.
No, no. No need for that.
Huh? Paimon doesn't get it!
I take no pleasure in frightening others. When people are forced into a corner, that is when their greatest strength will. But unfortunately, nothing happened. Yes. I wanted to from the moment he stole the vision. I've tried many other methods, though few tales tell of a masterless vision. After seeing you command multiple elements. Come, why don't you give it a try? Let's see if you can give me the answer I'm hoping for.
The vision didn't seem to respond at all.
I see. No matter. This was expected. I suppose.
Yeah, what's the story?
The story begins with an old friend. He was once a good friend of mine. One day he asked me about a sword art of which he had heard, the Musono Hitotachi. I told him it can only be witnessed when divine punishment is administered. It is the pinnacle of the Raiden Shogun's skill, a symbol of ultimate power. But he replied, there must be one who can withstand it. There will always be those who dare to brave the lightning's glow. Then, the Vision Hunt decree arrived. People's aspirations were stripped away as the Raiden Shogun began to construct her ideal of eternity. While I was fleeing from place to place, I heard that my friend had challenged the Vision Hunters to a duel before the throne. A solemn yet brutal challenge. The defeated face divine punishment, while the victors gain a second chance. Perhaps he thought he of all people should make a stand. Coming face to face with the Musono Hitotachi was all that he truly desired, after all. When I arrived at Tenshukaku, the duel was over. I heard his sentence of divine punishment, his severed blade hitting the ground. Perhaps that was the glory he had yearned to witness. In his last moments, what expression was on his face? Before I knew it, I had stepped forward and snatched the dying vision and was running from the scene. All I knew was that I mustn't let his hope, which burned so brightly, become buried among the ice-cold statue of a god. Perhaps one day, I may come to find that all I have done is meaningless. But as a wandering samurai, I find meaning in traveling and the sprawling beauty of nature that lies along the way, while still...
Kazuha!
All right then. It's time we returned. Do not let my feelings trouble you, but thank you.
leave already?
If you're looking for the captain, she was summoned by Lady Ningguang. It seems that the Crux clash got out of hand this time, and as Captain Beidou was muttering something about Ningguang being a stick in the mud as she headed...
It's not unusual for those two to be...
But still, Captain Beidou was disappointed she didn't get to win.
The one who stole the vision was originally... He knew he stood no chance of winning the match. In which case, the Crux clash comes...
Huh? So that... If that's the case, then the rules stipulate...
Paimon thought we'd win and all.
It doesn't matter. As the saying goes...
Yes, I believe so. Though Captain... But the voyage to Inazuma is a treacherous one. In fact, the relentless rain and wind are also an...
Hold on a second. You're saying she can...
Let us not forget that this is one of the 7 Archons. If Liyue's Morax could form Guyun's stone forest by casting down his stone spears, then it should come as no great surprise that the Raiden Shogun is capable of summoning an eternal tempest. Suffice it to say that if you wish to journey to Inazuma, in the meantime, I intend to embark on a journey of...
Paimon believes you'll find a way for...
Thank you. May one final word of warning. The part of your journey that lies after the...
Ad Astra Abyssosk. What can I do for you, traveler? Ah, yes. I've heard that you've already made arrangements. Now that I think about it, it's been quite some time since I last...
There you are. You're the traveler that Beidou will be taking to Inazuma, right? The fleet is nearly completed reprovisioning. Captain Beidou sent me to come get you.
Seems Beidou is the captain of her word.
Of course! There are many things that the captain insists upon.
So you'll be heading off then? Whether the journey before you leads to the heights of the heaven until we meet again. Ad Astra Abyssosk.
Oh, it's kind of...
Well, if that's how you feel, why not come and find me when you...
So there's another Catherine?
Well, I guess it's time for you to bid farewell to Liyue Harbor. Now that I've delivered my message.
Okay, thanks for coming up.
Just following orders.
Ad Astra...